Hey, we are back to discuss game four with Golden State versus the Sacramento Kings on Sunday. Baby, they had me ready to, Golden State will have you about to have cardiac arrest and ready to pull your hair out. My hair probably gray because of them, partially because of them. I just was like, they are crazy. I'm like, come on, Golden State. They played a good game. The game was really, really good. The Kings and the Warriors game was really good. All the way up to the end. I was a little like, come on, Steph. And I love Steph, and I will fight for Steph. You hear me? I will fight for Steph. I do not play when it comes to Steph, Clay, or Draymond. I fight for them. But Steph, I was like, come on. But what I will appreciate is that Steve Kerr and Draymond took the blame for Steph not knowing that they didn't have any more timeouts. That is the job of one of the assistants or somebody on the team that's on the bench. They are supposed to let everyone know, hey, we don't have any more timeouts, as well as the coaching staff. And Draymond said that that's his responsibility too, to let everybody know that we do not have any more timeouts, especially Steph, because whoever's handling the ball needs to know that for that reason. For the reason that was pointed out, that Steph called a timeout when they did not have a timeout, and it caused a technical foul, which I think De'Aaron Fox took it and he made it. Okay, so with that being said, I will say that the game was really, really great. However, I do want to see more from Kaminga. I want Kaminga to be more aggressive. I want him to be locked in. I want to see the Kaminga that we saw in the regular season where he was taking leaps and bounds of when it comes to the defensive end, where he was getting rebounds, where he was all over the place, jumping and thriving and doing basically what Dante did. Now, I do want to see, and I'm going to pin this for my preview or prediction or my desires of what I want to see in game five. So, real quick, JP almost drove me crazy with them turnovers, but hey, I still want to appreciate him for still sacrificing his body. He is out there on one leg, according to Clay Thompson and Marcus Thompson, one of the Warriors beat writers, who said that his ankle is swollen. So kudos to him. He definitely, in my book, will receive some grace, because I don't want to crucify him because he is still giving us great contribution in spite of him being hurt. So I prayed for a speedy recovery for him as well. Now, my appreciation is going to be for Draymond Green specifically. Yes, Jalen Rose, Jay Will, JJ Redick, and a couple other people, Stephen A, I believe, has said this as well. However, I do want to appreciate Draymond because yes, there are things that he does that drives me crazy. It's like, come on, Draymond, you got to know better. You got to know your personnel. You got to know what you're doing. But I also understand that I am one I am a fan, first of all, that I like the competitive trash talk. I don't believe in making everybody quote unquote get along on the basketball court. As long as they get along outside of the basketball court, or if they don't, because you're not for everybody, and I get that. However, I want him to be careful with these technical fouls, because what we don't want is we don't need him to be suspended again. We need him for every game. So I need him to be a little bit smarter, but also still be able to keep that fiery edge about him, because that helps the team. That helps him. That helps the team to get to their spots, do what they need to do, become dominant, and do what needs to be done, which is win games, right? So with that being said, I want to appreciate him because he came off the bench and it was his idea. He reassured Steve Kerr, even though Steve Kerr he said, according to Draymond, this is according to his podcast and his comments on the post interview, he said out his mouth that he drove to Golden State after game 3 and made that suggestion that, hey, if I need to come off the bench, I'll come off the bench. And I love his mindset that he does not care. He's going to sacrifice. He wants to win. And so if that means coming off the bench, then so be it. Come off the bench because, again, like the media, I believe, I don't know who it was because, again, like I said, I watched too much commentary on basketball. So just like whoever said it, I don't know if it was JJ or Jalen or somebody. So you got to appreciate that about him. And this is one of the things that I wish well, I know the real Warriors fans know this, but I wish people who quote unquote call themselves Golden State Warriors fans realize, because they always so quick to say, oh, trade him. Oh, he's a LeBron fan and therefore we're compromised. And he cares so much about LeBron that he doesn't protect Steph and da 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 da. All of these narratives that people go, that he's not for the team, he's not a team player, he's selfish, blah, blah, blah. All of these narratives that supposedly Warrior fans say out their mouths. And what I don't get is that these are the actions that Draymond give that show that he does care about Steph. He cares about his legacy. He cares about the team. And this is just one of them. He has done countless things to help the Warriors win. And let's talk about it. He mentioned it on his podcast, and Steve Kerr mentioned it at his post game interview, where they consult Draymond, Clay, Steph, Looney. They consult them. Andre Iguodala. They consult them. They ask them. They give their perspective. That Draymond definitely will see the game. He is a savant. He knows the game. His basketball IQ is extremely high. Like there's very little. He's like in the 1% of guys that really know basketball. And that's saying something out of everybody that plays the NBA, and including some coaches. He knows basketball. And they listen to him. That's how you know he knows basketball, because they listen and it works. And so I appreciate him and want to take that time to appreciate him. Yes, do I like the fact that he got a tag in the first couple of minutes of him checking in the game? No, I do not. However, I do understand that you should not, that you don't have to back down because somebody in your face and talking to you. I get that. And I don't not want to see that Draymond Green, like in the finals, I can't remember which game it was, but where he was just like going through the motions. No, we need that competitive, fiery edge. And just like Steve Kerr said, understanding that Draymond Green, we don't win the full championship with Draymond Green, even with KD on it. We do not win the championship without him, because one, Draymond Green is just like Steph. What Steph is on the offense, Draymond Green is on the defense. You need both. Defense wins championship. Let's be clear. So kudos to Draymond. Thank you for being who you are. Yes, again, we may not agree, and this is for everybody. Like I definitely didn't agree with the thing that Steph did, but again, it was a mistake. He didn't know. Okay, we move on. We're not gonna crucify him like the media does. Anywho, So moving forward, what I would like to see for game 5, I want to see more of GP2. I hope he's feeling well. Prayers out to him that he's feeling 100% back better than what he did. He did play okay, somewhat okay, but you can tell that it's still some residue there. However, I hope and pray that he is 100% ready to go tomorrow. I want to see a defensive masterclass from Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, GP2, Dante, Steph. And by the way, did y'all see Steph defense? Oh yeah, Steph defense was showing up in that late fourth quarter. I was here for it. I was like, come on, Steph, you better come on and try to be that two-way player, sir, in this 14th year. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Steph play defense, y'all. He do. Um, yes. I want to see more offensive boards. I want to see more rebounds, whether on the offensive side or the defense side. I want to see more rebounds from the Warriors. I definitely want to see more effort from JK. I hope that he's ready to go, that he's locked in, that he wants it. I want him to be hungry. Something Giannis said that I definitely appreciate. Giannis said in one of his interviews, I saw a quote from him that he may not be as gifted or something like that, and I'm quoting it because please, I don't remember the verbatim. I don't remember it verbatim, but he may mention that he may not be as gifted and skilled in the sense of shooting like a Steph Curry or like a Kevin Durant. However, he's hungry, and that's what I would love for JK. I can see that in Moses Moody. I think he's hungry, but I want to see that in JK. Like, I want you to be so hungry that Steve Kerr have no choice but to put you in the game at some point. And so I want you to be hungry. I want to see that fire in him. I want him to study film like Draymond. I pray that all of them are studying the film and see where things can be changed, what errors, how they should adapt moving for game 5. Because again, it's each game you need to make some adjustments. And so what worked in game 4, okay, maybe it'll work in game 5. But what did not work, let's look at that and see how we can clean it up. I want them to lock in. I want them to communicate, especially the coaching staff. Communicate with the players. Let them know, hey, we don't have no timeouts. This is how many fouls this person have. They're in a bonus. So attack the basket. That's what I want to see. More attacking the basket, especially when they're in the bonus. Prayers out to De'Aaron Fox. We do not want anybody to be hurt. Why? Because of just what Nick Wright did the other day, which is call out every player that Golden State faced from 2015 up until now. He called out every player that was hurt, but neglected to discuss how many players were hurt when Golden State either won or lost. Because Golden State had players that was hurt when they won championships, when they lost championships, and on their way to winning a championship. They have had players on the injury list as well. So miss me with that BS. It is just, I don't understand. Like, I really do not get why the NBA and the media hate Golden State. But then again, yes, I do. Because one thing for sure, I just saw a video from Let's Go Warriors on YouTube. And one of the videos that I believe it's a guy, had up was Steph dancing to Kirk Franklin's Stomp. And one thing you know about if you are a Christian or if you're not, the enemy does not like us Christians, and so he attacks us, and I believe that's what it is. So here we go. I'm not gonna go down that soapbox. So here we go. So for game 5, my preview is I want to see everybody hungry to move on to the next round and to close out this game, as well as for game 6. I want to see a defense. I want everybody to be giving more effort on a defensive end. I want to see Dray. I want to see Looney, Draymond, getting rebounds, blocking out. I want to see them attack the basket. I want them to not have any lapse. I want them to be locked in, mentally focused. And I want them to rally together to have each other's back. And on top of that, I would love to see Dante, GP2, and JK, Moses Moody. I want to see them flying through, getting rebounds, and I want to see them hustling, like get the 50-50 balls. I want to see a great effort from start to finish. I want them to finish out quarters. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I want to see a good effort. I want to see that they're more hungry and I want to see this championship pedigree come into play in game 5. Close it out in a phenomenal way. Not a close game. At least 5 points or more. Okay? Please, please, please. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. On to the next game. See y'all for game 5 at Sacramento.